So you say you're a pearl from a man's point of view. So you say you're a pearl in the making. Good. Then I'm not mistaking this synthetic piece of costume jewelry for the real deal. That's like me, a grown man, pulling up to McDonald's for a Happy Meal. It has all the needed items to complete the purchase: burger, drink, and French fries, but the value, it's bite-sized. So you go right ahead with your bad self. If you're a pearl in the making, if I was a pearl in the making, I wouldn't let anyone devalue my worth either. Neither would I let them just protrude on such a process to complete a pearl. I'm not talking about the little girl dream that some king would come and rescue you and take you to happily ever after. But I'm talking about when the dream became a nightmare and the knight that was supposed to come and rescue you from the castle turned out to give you more of a hassle, so you should have just stayed locked away, Rapunzel. Locked away so that the process of development would outweigh your desire to be found. Because he that findeth finds a good thing, but it's not hard to find you, Rapunzel, when you're letting down your hair from the castle. So I'm going to stare at the tassel you wear because you swear that you've graduated from the class of the pearl, Rapunzel. But me rescuing you from the castle might just be a mistake due to the bait that you put out for me, because you can't wait on God's promise. Due to the weight of the freight God has locked inside of you, which is really great when it's delivered on the date, not the pre-date, not the post-date, but rather the due date. This is when you graduate. Can't you wait? If not, so you're a pearl. Then you understand how to wait and where you come from. You started off as an irritant. Yeah, you heard right, an irritant. You were just floating around in the sea of life with no cause until the jaws of a clam put you on pause because it wanted to make you more than just an irritant. It was vigilant, the clam or the mussel, and this time you could have just muscled your way out of the process with the next wave from the sea, but you saw that there was a greater me forming this time. So like the clam's process of secreting the irritant into a pearl, God has secreted you with righteousness. As far as the east is from the west, he has removed the stain of sin from your life. Your words can cut like a knife through butter, even when you mutter or stutter. Even the flutter of your eyelashes speaks volumes to your identity. Serenity is the name that angels refer to you as because you were once an obscenity. The process may be ugly, but God has you fitted snugly in his arms, wrapped up in a snuggie of his charms as he charms you to understand that the pearl that he's making out of you is due to your adherence to the process of elimination. He's eliminating the need for the irritation through elimination. He's making once a waste station into a sensation. And you know what? The temptation is to have a menstruation of frustration due to falsified information from the accusation that you are nothing but an imitation and irritation in the mouth of God, but that's a fabrication. Because look what the Lord has made. Beauty for ashes, trading sorrow for joy. You're now bling that flashes, no longer a toy. You're the real deal, the real thing. Now you shine like the morning after the storm has washed away the debris of someone who was never meant to be. The girl not knowing that she was a pearl. Wait, she is a pearl. Now you're more radiant than the aurora borealis. You're a palace of eloquent treasures. No one measures you because they would have to measure your God. And there's not enough yardsticks with enough ticks in number to measure infinity. Your vicinity is at the feet of the master. Let him pastor you when there's no man who may see you as a pearl in his view. But from a man's point of view, the real can't compare to the glue that holds the fake together. the hue of the pearl that sparkles in any weather. From a man's point of gaze, the real can only compare to the praise of a priceless artifact, the ways of a Proverbs 31 woman as a matter of fact. From a real man's point of perspective, the real can only compare to the selective process of perfection, the detective process of God making you his precious stone collection. And lastly, from a real man's point of rationale, the real is the reason why we smile when we see you. And no, you don't have to be our boo for us to recognize that in you there's a treasure that came through God's pleasure in you to make you a brand new creature. So you don't have to be a look-alike, because you look like a lady who's been through hell and still got your mailing address sent to heaven. You look like a woman who set your eyes on the prized possession of God. That's you. You look like a female that can't tell it all, but the praise explains it all. So from a man's point of view, let God complete the process in you. Diamonds may be a girl's best friend, but the pearl is our best friend. Though we don't wear them, we know they're a rare gem, because you're the only gem that is found in a living creature. Wow, that'll preach, preacher. God bless y'all.